look at the mail. I mean, what do you mean? He wants, if I wanted to send you a letter, shouldn't I send you the letter to warn you about something before I take action on it?
He did.
No, he didn't.
May 15th, 2008, this is
Yeah,
dated.
well, I didn't receive it till August, what was the date on that envelope? August 1st or 21st or something like
Well,
that?
you have an envelope, but there's no address on it.
Well, it's because it's a window-type envelope. It had the stuff inside of
When
it.
did you mail this letter?
Next day, Your Honor, 16th.
And you're telling me that you got this August 2nd?
Absolutely, positively.
We are making this final request to repair the fence before we resort to less pleasant means to get the fence repaired. Who wrote that, your attorney or you?
Yes, my attorney, yes.
Figured. If I do not hear from you concerning the repairs within the next 10 days, I will be forced to assume that no action will be taken on your part. We will move on to other options, less pleasant options.
And 10 days after that would have been, what, March 25th?
No.
And I didn't get the letter till August 1st.
Not March 25th, it would have been May 25th.
Or May 5th and 25th.
But, and then the work was done when? July, right?
Yes.
How many times before this letter was sent did you
Twice.
contact
Twice.
Reliant? And you didn't
Yes.
get any sort of
No,
Not
satisfaction?
me
No.
directly. I did not, we had not talked directly.
Well,
don't know
I
who
went
you
there
talked to,
twice.
if
It
one
was
of
a
my employees.
taller guy, a white shirt, and he said he'd get hold of the boss and see what can be done about it.
So the defendant admits responsibility for damaging the fence. But it seems to me he's saying that he should only pay for a couple of poles, not the entire defense. Let's see what the judge says about that.
Well, you have a couple problems here with this, Mr. Zach. First of all, let's deal with the issue of liability. The fence is in need of significant repair. I'm looking at the pictures, and it's not just a matter of replacing some posts. Part of the fence is missing. The top posts of the fence, and I don't know what they're called, are not straight, they're bent. And the fencing itself, the wiring between the posts, is damaged in some of these pictures. It's bowed, it's broken in some of these pictures. So I don't think to fix this fence is simply a matter of putting in some new posts. That's not going to do it. Your defense to this is that you didn't know. And had you known about these problems, that you would have possibly had the fence fixed yourself at a lower cost. I think you either knew or should have known. I've got testimony here from the plaintiff that on 2 different occasions he talked with someone at your office about this. Now apparently he didn't talk to you, he talked to someone else, but whoever he talked to had some sort of obligation to inform you of this problem. And if either that person did and you ignored it, or the person never did inform you. And if that's the case, you better go to your employees and make sure that your employees talk to you when they get a complaint like this so the matter can be resolved. If they don't do that, if they just ignore the complaint and don't tell you, you have a problem. Because they can't just simply not do anything and not bring it to your attention.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but he doesn't even know who he talked to at my place, and I can sit here and swear to you that that letter did not come in the mail. My secretary gave it to me. She brings in the mail. It was August 1st, the post date, so I received it sometime after August 1st, and then after that I told Dave Winfield about it. He came down with me to try to discuss this with Mr. Bard at his office, and they got into an argument about it.
Sir, Mr. Winfield came to my office, very belligerent, using a lot of cuss words, and tried doing all kinds of threats to me. And every time he gave me
Try to what?
all kinds of threats. Because part of the property passed by a lot where I own the next set of buildings. City Warden vacated Haley Street on the dirt side. He says, well, tell your people from now on they can't drive on my side of the road. And I said, then tell you what? Yeah, I own the other half. Just stay off my half. So he was trying to get very belligerent, and I just looked at him in the face and said, fix the fence.
See, I think you or your company either knew about this problem or should have known. Didn't do anything to fix it. Again, I've got the testimony from the plaintiff that on 2 different occasions he talked with someone over there and nothing happened. I've got a letter dated May 15th, which was a month and a half before the work was done on the fence, to your company saying basically that he's going to fix that fence unless your company, Reliant, does something about it. Now, you're telling me you never got the letter till August 2nd. That may or may not be true, but the point is, I still have the testimony that he contacted verbally your employees before that time and nothing was done. But aside from all that, even if your company was never contacted at all and he just went and fixed the fence on his own, we've got the problem of deciding whether or not $1,500 would have to have been paid anyway. There's nothing for me to believe that the only way this fence could have been fixed was by replacing the posts. I think it would have taken a lot more than that, because I'm looking at these pictures here, and as I said, I'm not an expert on fences, but it looks to me, and I think it's obvious actually, that you have to do more than simply replace posts to fix this. There's a lot of other work that has to be done. I described the condition of the fence earlier. So even had you known, or even if you had never known about this, or never should have known that the fence needed to be fixed, in all likelihood, it would have been about $1,500 anyway to fix it, because that's what it costs to fix it, and it's not just a matter of replacing posts. What?
Well, I guess part of the issue is that damage that you're seeing there was, his complaint was in May, all right? Snow season in, March, I believe that most of that damage is caused by the snow plow, and it was that particular winter, okay?
Maybe, maybe not. We don't know.
No, I would say that was definitely that.
Well, I know
was the
you would
case
say
because-
that. I'm not completely
All right,
convinced,
okay.
but it might be partly true. But you're still responsible. You're still responsible.
Well, I got a quote
Because it's your
from a fence
property or the
guy.
company's property.
I got a quote from a fence guy to, fix replacing posts and also to replace a fence for $1,000.
Let's see that.
Or $10 a foot for the replacement
Let's see
of the
that.
fence.
Clausen Fence, that's the company, right?
Yes.
Repair 4-inch high residential fence, or 4-foot high residential fence. Remove and replace line posts, $60 each. Terminal post, end post each, $80. Remove and replace wire, 4-foot high residential, $10 per foot. All new 4-foot fence residential, $10 per foot. Did this person look at this fence?
Yes.
Well, this is dated August 2nd. This was after the work was done. Well, that's $1,000. What was the total cost here?
$1,000.
$1,000. He had it for $1,500. It's not that far off. It's still more than replacing posts, though. Even this person is admitting that there's more to fix this fence than replacing posts.
No, he gave two options, replacing posts and replacing the fence.
Right, and replacing the fence, because you have to replace the fence to fix it. And even he implicitly understood that. Okay, so like I said, it's not a matter of replacing posts.
I think you're taking that in the wrong vein. That was two separate things. One was repairing, the other was replacing. So it didn't.
If you're gonna repair the fence, you may have to replace posts.
Right.
Okay, that's part of it. Replacing posts by itself is going to be cheaper. His quote, at least the one you're giving me here, is not just to replace posts. There's more to it than that. And it's $1,000. He got it done for $1,500. It's not that far apart. I mean, perhaps if someone from your company would have told you that he was upset about the fence prior to the work being done, this could have been done for $1,000.
Well, he
But
tried
it
to tell
wasn't.
me about it in his letter, but it didn't arrive to me till August 1st.
He went to your property and talked to someone there on 2 different occasions.
Who did he talk to?
I don't know the
I went
name.
to the front door and knocked on the door and walked in. And the girl, and then she called a guy forward, and the guy was a taller guy wearing a white shirt.
You should have known.
And Your Honor, I got
Mr.
3
Zach.
quotes from 3 companies. That was the lowest quote in my
All right.
quotes.
$1,500
You
in
told me that
favor.
was a medium.
In
quote.
50.
median.
Okay, enough.
$2.
Enough.
Yes.
$1,500 in favor of the plaintiff. That's the judgment. The court will add to that cost, consisting of a $45 filing fee and a $46 service fee, bringing the total amount of the judgment to $1,591.
So the judge doesn't really care when the defendant knew the fence was damaged, The bottom line here is, did the defendant damage the fence? And he did in this case. Therefore, he's got to pay. $1,500 was a reasonable amount. Bottom line here, take care of your problems sooner than later. If you find that you've been involved in a dispute that you can't resolve, small claims court may be the answer. I'm Charlie Leighton. Thanks for watching. Case closed.